He said, maybe I don't know how to be a father.
Ooh, the fact that he was able to admit that to you
was real. But that did something to me to where it was like, maybe you don't.
Maybe you don't.
Goodness.
Wow.
Who got the answers?
But
He said, maybe I don't know how to be a father. I said, well, I didn't say any. At that point, I just, like, okay.
That's a lot with
But that let me
boy.
know a lot about him, that he's trying.
who your daddy was?
So my dad was, first of all, my parents weren't married. So I grew up pretty much living with my mother. I knew my father. My father stayed in Gaston County. I'm from Tallahassee, so he's 30 minutes away. But I grew up not having him in the household. He was in my life, but he had those flaws too, of the inconsistency of, oh, I'm going to come get you, spending time. I do have 3 older sisters. 2 from my dad and 1 from my mom. So I'm the baby boy, the only boy. His only son. So that's what he tells me
How
a
many
lot
sisters
now.
you say you had?
3.
3.
So I'm his only son. Our relationship is very dope right now. Me being in the ministry realm and all that good stuff too, it's brought us closer.
Right, that's good.
But growing up with my father, I never stayed with him. Don't know his standards, his way of living. He's a military cat. He was in Vietnam. He's older too.
What branch?
Army.
Shout out to the Army.
Shout out to the Army. Shout out to the Army.
Shout out to the Army.
So I knew my father, but from what I knew of him, I took it with a grain of salt to become the father I am. Me and my father had an argument one time in my early 20s because I was very mad, angry for him not being my daddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you thought
what
your daddy was supposed to be.
he was supposed to be. Right. How I thought he was supposed to come to all my football games. How I thought you were supposed to be there at some of my little schooling events, whatever that may
Teach
look
you
like.
stuff. Yeah.
Teach me stuff. I taught myself how to shave. You know what I'm saying? I taught myself how to do certain stuff because he wasn't in the household, but he was present. It's a difference being a father
day to
and
day,
just being a daddy, because you got to be present.
Right.
A lot of people think us being fathers is just providing monetary.
Right.
It's deeper than that.
I
get a lot
relationships
more.
That you
it's
build with
the
your
relationships because I have two daughters, so my time spent with them is way more than anything I can buy them. Okay, but my father, he's a pastor, so getting to know him in a different realm or getting to know him, period, was a challenge for me. But me coming into church with him and doing things we do and just us talking it out. When we had that argument, he said something that was very profound to me.
What's that?
He said, maybe I don't know how to be a father.
Ooh, the fact that he was able to admit that to you
was real. But that did something to me to where it was like, maybe you don't.
Maybe you don't.
Goodness.
Wow.
Who got the answers?
But
he said, maybe I don't know how to be a father. I said, well, I didn't say any. At that point, I just like, okay.
That's a lot with that.
But that let me
boy.
know a lot about him, that he's trying.
Right.
Yeah.
He's doing everything he
Did
can.
it let you know that he was human?
I don't know. It let me know he was human. It let me know that I don't know what he went through as being my father.
Right.
I don't know the relationship between him and my mom. I don't know how that dynamic. I never really got too in depth in that. Yeah. But I know they weren't together. So that's my father in a nutshell. We're a lot closer than we were. I thank God for it. He's a great grandfather. He's a great father.
Right.
I ain't got nothing bad to say about him.
Right.
We all wish probably was a little different through different dynamics, but I'm not the perfect father either.
Right.
But I've learned to.
Is there such thing as the perfect father?
There's no perfect father.
Okay.
But there's these things where you have the moments where it's like, I'm gonna do something different that he didn't do.
Right.
And because of those times I wanted to spend the different stuff, I make sure I do that with my kids because it's very, very important.
Right.
So yeah,
That's big, man.
Dope.
Maybe that was just profound. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe I don't.
Is there a blueprint on the perfect father?
Nah, ain't no
because
blueprint on nothing.
It's on a kid to kid basis.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you gonna go through situations. I may go through situations with my kids that he'll never ever experience.
Exactly.
Right.
And so how do I determine, or how can you determine who is a great father? What makes you a great father or not? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like there's
Who is the judge?
Yeah, like who can judge me and tell me that I'm a
Yeah.
great father or not?
Right.
But then again, as a father, how do I know I'm doing everything right, or how can I
ask you
determine?
this?
Yeah.
You don't know.
The only person that can judge is who, maybe
God.
the children.
God,
Yeah,
the children.
The children,
But
right?
see,
God,
let me
because the
tell you
children, as
something.
long as the children are satisfied with who you became, what type of father you are, maybe that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So a little bit of my dynamic. I have two children's mothers, but I don't like to call them baby mamas.
No.
They're the mother of my children.
We
okay?
love the women.
I've been divorced for 6 years. I have two girls, two beautiful girls. Their mothers are wonderful, but in that, how I am as a father for them is important, and them letting me know I'm the best daddy in the world.
Come on.
Anything,
You gotta claim that.
anybody can tell me.
You gotta claim
Whether
that.
it's my mom, anybody else who sees me doing a good job, when they're satisfied,
Yes,
I'm
indeed.
satisfied.
Yes, indeed.
That's all I need.
So my fool, that one.
That
I digress.
Yeah, no, you ain't digress. You right on time, brother.